On the Marian General Hospital pregame show, catching up with Taylor women's basketball head coach Jody Martinez, where they take on number 9 Marian here on Saturday afternoon from Odell Arena. Tough one on the road on Wednesday at Mount Vernon Nazarene. Game that you guys led for the majority of until 3 straight turnovers towards the end of the game. Kick-started a 10-0 Mount Vernon Nazarene run to close the game. They win 68-63. What led to those struggles, particularly in the fourth quarter for your team Wednesday night?
You know, I think it was some poor decision-making with the passing angles. The biggest thing was the whole game, how many shots we missed within 5 feet. It's just we had a great game plan. We knew that we were able to get the ball inside against them. We knew that they were going to respect our shooters. They guarded, LJ and Meredith closely. We still were able to hit 8 threes, but the point was to get the ball inside and finish, and we unfortunately didn't shoot well in the paint on Wednesday. And the thing is we missed probably 25 total shots within 5 feet, and most of it's by our post game, and we're still in it. I mean, we're down 3 with the ball with 15 seconds left, and run a great play, have a wide open layup, miss it, got the rebound, missed it, and then we had a foul, and that's we ended up losing by 5. So I think that's the 2 factors, was the missed layups and the bad passing decisions late in the game.
You talk about adjustments from game to game, and a lot of that, if it's missed free throws, you work on your free throws. If you don't shoot the 3-ball well, you work on shooting more threes. Is that just what it is when you're trying to make up for those missed shots from in close, when it might seem like it might be an easy fix for people on the outside, but how easy is that to try and fix?
No, and it's a difficult challenge, especially with the unusual year we're having with all the factors that we've talked about all season so far. And some of it's mental toughness, some of it's those conditioning, some of it's chemistry. It's just getting everybody to practice. I mean, we've had 5 practices now this year with all 14 girls, and those are it's been a good sign. We had all 14 players today at practice, or would be last night according to this game time. But We need that. We need consistency. We need consistent effort by people. And it's unfortunate. We played a lot of ranked teams, and we got another one today with Marian, and them being in the top 10. And it's our 5th ranked team this season already, and it just shows you where we're at. We're not a team that's worthy of being ranked. So we're 5-6, losing some tough games. With the adversity we've had with COVID, with sickness, with injuries, with hospitalization, with medicine. I mean, it's just unusual year. Of my 5 years, this has been very unusual.
You talked about getting all 14 girls at practice at the same time. How much of a joy has that been these last couple practices, having all 14 there, all 14 available? I
tell you, it's the energy. People, they're like, we're all here. Now you can build consistency from that, and it's just one day at a time now. And the girls know. We've talked. I'm blunt with my honesty. We're about 3 weeks behind. We took big strides on Wednesday with competition, playing a very good Mount Vernon team who's ranked 21st, as well as 9-2, 8-2, whatever they are. And we were there. Now we just got to keep putting it together, and we got another test in Marian, who's very well coached and very talented. They got their 2 All-Americans back and 3 top scorers back, and it's just it's a very good team, and it's a good test. And I told the girls, we look at the big picture. If our goal is January, February, a solid 2 months, we only got to play Marian one more time. So this is a good test. See where we're at. See how much we have to do until we play them at the end of January.
You mentioned their coach, and he's pretty well known around these parts. Steve Brooks played here, coached here in 2 different stints for Paul Patterson on the men's basketball side. He spent a ton of years over at Indiana Wesleyan. You 2 went up against each other when you were at Bethel. You also got to square off in your first year here when he was up at St. Francis of Illinois. Does it help seeing his team so many times in your coaching past that you kind of have an idea of what they might bring to the floor here today?
In terms of the system, I mean, I can have a great game plan based on his style of offense defense, which we got in place. What's going to be the battle is the skill and talent level. I mean, it's just game experience. Marian's a very veteran team that went undefeated last year, and all their key people are back, and that's going to be a battle. It's going to be a dogfight. We got to come out competitive. We're going with a big lineup just to match their size. Hopefully that works, and we'll see. If not, Gretchen will get some great experience going against their Player of the Year. WBCA Player of the Year is back, and you can learn a lot from that. But we have a good game plan. Girls believe in it. It's a matter of just getting out there and hitting some shots. And bottom line is we just got to score one more point. Doesn't matter how ugly it is, just score one more point.
You mentioned the Player of the Year. That's Amani Guy. She's back for her COVID year of eligibility. Same with their point guard, Abby Downard. And, by the way, they probably bring in the best young player back in the league in Ella Collier, who can really shoot the 3. And, by the way, is also 6 feet tall.
Yeah, so, and All-American as a freshman last year. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's
it's like gravy.
Yeah. So how do you try to slow them down? They have it obviously inside, outside. Yeah. Downard runs the show, even though it's a new system with Steve Brooks coming in after Katie Gerald's now up at Purdue.
Right. Steve has a possession system, kind of like what Paul Patterson did. So that's in our favor, in my opinion, that we have to be smarter on our offense, ball movement, make good cuts, and take smart shots. And that's what Steve does very well in his coaching. I told the girls today, or at practice, that I think he's one of the best coaches in the nation, hands down. He's very good at what he does. And it does help when you have talent. John Wooden said that. John Wooden said, players made me a great coach. I wasn't a great coach until I had great players. And we do the best we can. And I love my players, but we're just not at that level of talent that Marian has. And that's just a fact. It's not cutting down anybody. It's not telling that, your kids are not good. The truth is they're better. But they're beatable. They've already lost 2 games. Hopefully it'll be a third one today.
Hopefully it will.
Yeah, and then just, a little history. Everyone knows about Steve Brooks. The thing that we'll be celebrating next week is Silent Night, and Steve Brooks is the one who brought that here to Taylor University. And so a lot of respect should go to him for what he brought here. That's become a tradition. That's something that's historical now, and it's well known on ESPN. It's global because you got Taylor alum in some foreign country that'll be watching it. And so, Steve Brooks did a great job with bringing that kind of energy here.
Yeah, the little game is coming up
Next Friday, 1 week.
Now,
That's right. My girls, they love it, hate it, because we can't practice. So 6:30 in the morning, let's go.
Well, we'll talk about that next week.
And you know who the grumpy one will be?
You.
Yeah, because I don't like mornings.
You don't like mornings?
No.
Well, Jody, good luck today. Hopefully your Sunday morning's a good one.
Appreciate it, Rick.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter.
Starting at guard, 5'7" senior, Indiana, number 3, Abby Denver. At center, 6'4" senior, Columbus, Indiana, number 10, Mike Guy. At guard, 6'4" sophomore, Danville, Indiana, number 13, Ellen Collier. At guard, 5'7" sophomore, Oxford, Indiana, number 25, Allison Boston. And at forward, 5'11" junior from Minneapolis, Indiana, number 42, Kennedy Gerard. The Knights are coached by Steve Brooks, and assisted by Jeff Johnson and Santana Anderson. And now fans, get on your feet. With the starting lineup, your Taylor Trojans. Starting at guard, the 5'6" senior from Martinsville, Indiana, number 3, Marian and Taylor. At guard, 5'7" senior from Seymour, Indiana, number 10, Lauren James. At forward, the 6'4" senior from Noblesville, Indiana, number 12, Mila Goodley. At forward, 6'1" sophomore from Marian, Indiana, number 43, Taylor Westgate. And at center, 6'4" junior from
So the Trojans will start their 3 tallest players on the roster today. First time they've gone with this lineup since Taylor Westgate got to campus a year ago. But they'll try to compete the very tall lineup over on the Marian side. The 9th-ranked Knights go with their traditional starting lineup this season. The 5th-year seniors and the returning All-Americans, Abby Downard runs the point. Ella Collier, their 6-foot shooting guard. And Amani Guy, last year's Player of the Year, both in the Crossroads League and in the country, returns for her COVID year of eligibility. She was also the preseason Player of the Year pick this as well. Allison Bossy will get the start at one of the other guards, and Kennedy Gerard is the other forward. Decker James to go with Kirtley, Westgate, and Maul. Maul wins the tip against Guy, and the Trojans have the opening possession. They go from left to right, donning their new white uniforms with the purple numbers and the purple letters and the gold trim they got delivered here the other day. Turnover's an issue for the Trojans. Almost gave one away there as James, as Bossy guards her near side. Near sideline, Decker guarded by Downer. A little slip screen, pass tap by Downer. Taylor trying to get it. Gerard fights on the floor, gets it away from Decker, and the Trojans turn it over on their opening possession. Here comes Downard wheeling to the front court. Will slow it down as Taylor slides in their man-to-man. James gets Downard. Westgate gets Gerard. Deckard will guard Bossy on the far side. Kirtley will get Collier, and it's Guy v. Maul. They go to Guy left block. One dribble, double team. Westgate almost traveled. Good skip pass far side Downard. A good three-point shooter, right elbow fadeaway jump shot for Guy off the left side of the glass and nothing else, and both teams come up empty on their opening possessions. Deckard wants to go into Maul. Pass was too high, tapped out of bounds by the helping Collier on the weak side. And it stays here with the Trojans. Taylor comes in averaging 17 turnovers per game. They gave it away 19 times in their loss at Mount Vernon Nazarene on Wednesday night, in a game that they gave it away 3 straight possessions under the last 3 minutes when they led by 5. Westgate caught, and she'll travel on the baseline. Good job by Guy to use that 6'4 frame to cut off the 6'1 Taylor Westgate on a baseline attempt. So 2 possessions and 2 turnovers for the Trojans. This one a dead ball turnover. The first one was a live ball turnover. Meredith Deckard and the Trojans defend Marian as they go from right to left in blue, white numbers and white letters. Collier got to the mid-post right, long to right wing Downard, a swish in front of the Taylor bench, and Marian's on the board first. They lead 2-0. Downard comes in 10 points and 4 assists per game, was 7 for 9 in their dismantling of Bethel on Wednesday, a 92-47 victory. A perfect start in the Crossroads League are the Knights. Top of the key, Deckard. Maul, and then near side to James. Around the Maul screen, thought about a catch and shot about a step into 3. Left elbow drive, Westgate spins on Gerard, got an angle, can't get the roll, and Westgate will tap it out. Westgate struggled to shoot from the floor, went 7 of 27 against Marian and went Mount Vernon Nazarene Wednesday. 3 open right side, no good from the deadly Collier. Ball tapped around, it's into the hands of Deckard. Taylor still down 2-0. Nice little hesitation move, Deckard, but then the 6-foot Collier smacks the shot out of bounds with her left hand. Still 2-0 Taylor. They've missed their only shot they've taken, and they've turned it over twice on their first 3 possessions. This is possession number 4. A rare miss from Ella Collier, who was 6 of 11 from 3 on Wednesday, shoots 42% on the year. Deckard has the 6'4 guy defending her. Deckard will back it out to the hash mark. Deckard well in her range, will skip near side to Kirtley. Throws it right into Gerard, who fronted the post, and Taylor turns it over for the 3rd time in the first less than 3 minutes. But Marian has yet to get their offense going. They leave Gerard wide open, fakes a long 2, drives and swings far side to Downard. Lefty drive, she has the only points of the game so far, pivots nicely into the paint. Guy backs in, right hand shot, no good, and then both shots from Guy have missed the rim. Guy comes in shooting 61% from the floor. She's 0 of 2 to start. James a step into 3 for the lead is off the right side of the rim, and it's still 2-0 Marian as the offenses have been stymied here in our first 3 minutes. Collier to Bossy, and near side to the 5th-year point guard Downard. Gerard, and then to the right side high, Collier. Mid-post right, Guy, one-on-one Maul, step back long 2, skips off the rim, and it's 0 for 3 start for last year's Player of the Year in the Crossroads League in the country. Taylor is 0 of 3 from the floor, 0 of 1 from downtown, and they've turned it over 3 times, but still trailed us 2-0 as Marian's offense is yet to kick into gear. Kirtley to the top of the key, Westgate. Couldn't get it to Maul. She'll drive, she'll stop, she'll spin, she'll shoot, and she'll tie the game at 2 as her foot slipped a little bit, but not enough to warrant a traveling violation, and that gives our referees an earful from the Marian bench across from us. 2-2 after Taylor missed their first 3 shots from the floor. Collier, defended by Kirtley, goes right side high, Downer. Taylor in the man-to-man. Maul tried to poke it away from Guy. She'll dribble. She'll reverse it nicely. After missing her first 3 shots from the floor, Amani Guy gets on the board here, and the Knights of Marion go back in front by a deuce. They're the 9th-ranked team in the country. They're 8-2 and a perfect 3-0 in the Crossroads League. Tied for first in the league with number 21 Mount Vernon Nazarene, who defeated Taylor on Wednesday. Nice screen and roll. Kirtley into Maul, and we're tied at 4. Beautiful screen and roll from Gretchen Maul as she makes her 2nd career start. The Trojans come in 5-6, just 1-2 in the Crossroads League after losing to Goshen and Mount Vernon Nazarene their last 2 times out. Gerard inside the near side arc, looking Guy's way, calling for it, gets it. Spins away from Maul, and that's an easy layup that Guy will miss. Guy was right there at the rim for a right-handed hook, and it danced off the back of the rim and fell off. Guy just 1 of 5 from the floor, and here's Westgate right block, trying to give Taylor their first lead. Her lefty hook will spin off the rim, and it's a 1-for-3 start for Westgate. So the top 2 scorers for their respective teams, both struggling to shoot the ball here in the early going. Guy for Marion and Westgate for Taylor. Bossy to Gerard with 1 foot inside the arc in the near side corner, with Marion shooting on the basket to our left. Gerard goes in as Taylor gave her way too much room. She got fouled on the bank shot, and Gerard will go to the line for a chance of the 3-point play. Foul on Westgate as she played way off. Knowing that Gerard is not a 3-point shooter, she's not even attempted a 3-point shot yet this season. Guy will exit. Majestic Sales, the transfer from Walsh University, will come in here for Marion, as Maul and Deckard will go to the bench for an early breather. Clacy West, Ava Henson go in for the Trojans, so a more traditional lineup for TU on the first substitution. Gerard misses the free throw, but Sales comes in to get the one-handed rebound. Rebounding was an issue for Taylor on their loss to Goshen the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and now they're still down by 2. Collier yet to get going, turns it over, she gives it right to Westgate on a missed dribble. And now James in a foot race with Downer will give off to Henson high left side. Taylor down by 2, they have yet to lead today, they've tied the game twice. Mid-post left, Kirtley through contact, hacked hard by Sales, and Kayla Kirtley will make a trip to the line for the first time today. Foul on Sales, her first, the first one against Marion. That sends Kirtley to the line where she's shooting just 63% this season. First one for the senior from Noblesville is good, and that's her first point of the day. One more can tie our game at 6. Taylor shooting just 66% from the line this season. That is a big drop-off from their traditional high free throw shooting percentage. Curley knocks down both, and the game level at 6, and now the Trojans turn up the full court press with 4 of their 5 players in the backcourt. Just outside of midcourt now will be pitched back. Bossy to Collier, 2 of the talented sophomores on this Marion roster. Downard backs it out as Clacy West will guard her at the top of the key. Bossy, far sideline with the game level at 6. Gerard calls for it right block. They won't be able to get it to her. Collier, Taylor in a 3-2 zone. High pass near side, Bossy 7 to shoot. West will slide out and defend her in the zone. Now 3-2. Downer chucks up a desperation 3, skips it off the rim, and Westgate will haul it in. Downer, a 3-point shooter, just 28%. Henson for a 3 in the lead. No, front rim. Her classmate West gets it, puts it up and in, and Taylor leads by 2. Beautiful read from West to feel where she was on the floor. And Taylor takes their first lead against number 9 Marion 8-6 as the Trojans look for their biggest win of the young season. Both teams struggling to shoot the ball. Taylor is 3 of 8 from the floor, Marion 3 of 9. Turnovers have hurt Taylor in the early going. They've calmed those down after turning it over on 3 straight possessions. Collier drives and dumps Gerard wide open as Westgate left to help out on the attack to the rim. 4 for Kennedy Gerard, and we're level at 8 with 3:17 remaining in the opening quarter. James almost has it taken away by Bossy. Swings it left side attacking. Baseline left, Ava Henson. And Henson's going to the line for 2 as she blew the doors off of her defender on the far side.
That's her first, team second.
First on Collier, and Henson will go to the line for a pair of free throws.
The Trojans, shooting 2.
Ava's older brother was on the Marion football team for a short time. And the Westfield Shamrock will step to the line for 2. Trying to put Taylor back in front with the game level at 8. And she does on the first one. First points of the afternoon for Henson, the former Westfield Shamrock.
Ava shooting 71% from the stripe this season in her sophomore year. Second one long. Good box out from Girard, and it'll stay just a Taylor. 1 point lead at 9-8, 3:05 and counting here in quarter number 1. Number 9, Marian, goes from right to left in blue. Unranked Taylor defends man-to-man in white. Sales to Downer, guarded by West in the Taylor man-to-man. Right side screen, Girard. West goes underneath, Downer to long 2, and she's made another basket. A long one from just inside the arc puts the Marian Knights back in front by 1, 10-9. So it's Downer with 4, Girard with 4, and that's it. James, a 3, through contact, no. West will tap it out. Nobody home in white, and shot out of a cannon is Bossy. She'll accelerate to the front court, wait for reinforcement. Sails, up and under move on Westgate, dances and catches the back of the rim and drops for 2. After Taylor went up 8-6, it's been a 6-1 answer here for Marian, and they take a 3-point lead, their biggest of the day. West got to the free throw line, took her eyes off it, Downer ripped it away. Then West is hassled from behind with Girard. It's a held ball, and it'll send it back to Marian. West picked up the dribble, and right when she did, the crafty Abby Downer smacked the ball out of her hands. Kayla Kirtley out, Maul back in for Taylor. Guy on the bench, she's just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor to start. And so the Trojans have the size advantage with the 6'4 Maul down there on the block. But it's a 6-1 run here for Marian. Taylor trying to slow it down in the man-to-man defense as we dip below. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And Collier will travel and did a couple nice off-ball screens trying to get her free. West had to slice through a couple of them. That's the third turnover for Marian. They're 6 of 12 from the floor, 6 of 10 inside the arc. Taylor 3 of 9 from the floor. They're 3 of 6 from 2-point distance. 3-point hole for the Trojans. Maul will get Henson free. West will angle around the Henson screen dribble. Stops on the inside the near side arc. Taylor reversed the ball far side. High pass to the top of the key. Westgate lobs it into Maul. Ball tapped away by Girard as she was fronting the post, and it's intercepted by Downer. Near side Collier, the All-American from a year ago, hands off to the elder stateswoman Abby Downer in her 5th year at Taylor, guarded by the young sophomore Claycy West. Around side of a sail screen. Then West comes in and swats the shot. And here comes James giving back to Claycy West near side. Thought about a transition 3, almost traveled. Kept that pivot foot down as the Marian fans scream for a violation. Westgate bodies her way in, but can't get the shot to roll. And it still remains a 3-point Marian lead with 60 ticks of the clock left to go. Nobody guards Collier, and she hits a wide open 3 from the near side. The only one back was Gretchen Maul. She was too far away to challenge. And it's a 6-point Marian lead, their biggest of the opening quarter. 50 seconds left, they lead 15-9. Taylor with the ball, Henson. Westgate, who shot the ball from 3 well, drives inside the right elbow, steps in and floats one home with the left hand. 4 for Taylor Westgate, and that stops the Marian onslaught and brings Taylor to within 4 with 7 seconds between game and shot clock. 30 seconds on the game clock here in the opening quarter. Bossy, who's had an impressive sophomore season. Ball reverse near side for Marian. Collier off a screen. West able to fight through. Right block Girard trying to go up and under Westgate. She got bumped off the glass. Didn't matter. And Girard's got 6 first quarter points. And the Taylor deficit back up to 6. They'll hold for the final shot with 10 seconds remaining in our opening stanza. James, who has yet to score here in the opening quarter. Step back, gives it off to Westgate with 4. Drives right down the paint. Stops and steps through the league logo. Beautifully done by Westgate. After a slow start, she'll finish with 6. And the Trojans going to the quarter break down by 4. 17-13 here on the Trojans Sports Network.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home.
For the 5 starters, will start the second quarter off for Taylor. Gretchen Mall, Meredith Deckard, Lauren James, Kayla Kirtley, and Ava Henson, the only non-starter out there for Taylor. It's the starting 5 out there for Marian as Taylor has the ball to start quarter 2. The Knights lead by 4. They had a first quarter high lead of 6. Bad pass from Mall as Gerard in front of the post. First turnover of the opening of the second quarter. Mall goes in and tries to swat the Gerard shot, and they'll get Gretchen for the foul and Gerard to the line for 2. Taylor turned it over 4 times at opening quarter 3 in quick succession to start the quarter, and quarter 2 starts off in similar fashion here. But Gerard, who struggles from the line, has missed her only attempt today at 67%. The first one of 2 here calmly goes in, and she leads the game with 7 points. Marian, a good free throw shooting team, 71%, but they were just 3 of 7 against Bethel on Wednesday, but they shot the ball wonderfully. Gerard's second one too strong, hits the floor, and an easy rebound for Mall. Marian put up 92 points against Bethel and shot 52% for the game. So Taylor down by 5. They've trailed by as many as 6. Deckard off a screen. Good close by Downard on the Kirtley off-ball screen. Deckard almost fumbled it away. Downard right there on her hip pocket. James with a handoff. High middle screen. Mall. Long 2 over Guy for James. It's swished. James her first bucket. And Taylor down by 3 as we played 45 seconds here in quarter number 2. The Trojans without Lauren Farb for another game as she continues to deal with a lower body injury. Man-to-man defense for Taylor. They went to that 3-2 zone, and it gave Marian fits, but it was the only time they went to it. Gerard was yes to miss a shot, kicked to near side Downard. Passes up a wide-open left side arc 3, and now the shot clock hits 9 and 8. Downard, far side Bossy, right side Guy screen. Now Bossy gives it up. They leave Downard wide open. Heaves up a long 3 that's off the front rim. Good hustle from Mall to beat Guy to the ball, and she'll tap it over, and here comes Deckard to the front court. Deckard trying to find her shooting rhythm here in her senior season. Taylor down by 3. Look at the crossover from James, and the floater will catch the back of the rim and drop as James left her defender wondering which way she went. A wonderful crossover move from James, and she's drawn the Trojans to within 1 early on in quarter 2. Gerard not a 3-point shooter. Collier is, but Henson's right there to defend. Mall and Guy throwing bows on the block here inside Odell Arena. Gerard drives. It's a 3-second violation against Amani Guy, and that's the loudest Odell Arena has gotten all afternoon. Westgate will come in to replace Mall, who took every body blow from Guy. Henson out west back in for Taylor. No subs from actually make it 1 sub. Jayla Wayner, sophomore out of the Pennsylvania area, comes in to spell Bossy, her sophomore classmate. The other 4 starters remain out there. 1-point deficit for Taylor. Kirtley drives from the left side, gets to the right block. West pulls up, and she'll travel right when she got just right before she pulled up for the mid-range 2, After shooting just 5 of 12 in the opening half, Taylor is now 2 of 2. Here in quarter number 2, they're at 50%. Marian at 50% as well. The difference right now, the Knights have made 1 of their 4 threes. Taylor is 0 of 3 from downtown. Collier, who has that 3, spins it to the near side backup point guard in Wayner. Off a screen, Downard is 0 of 2 from distance. Westgate daring her to shoot. Now James will switch out for the matchup the Trojans want. 10 to shoot, Collier against West. Beautiful spin through contact, and how did Ella Collier spin that one in as she serpentined through 2 different Trojan defenders? And that's a troublesome foul for Taylor, the second one on Westgate, their top scorer and rebounder. And here's Collier, who's a fantastic free throw shooter, who will calmly make that one there to complete the 3-point play. 6 for the All-American, and in the blink of an eye, a whirling move, first from James and now from Collier of Marian, and the Knights take a 4-point advantage. Foul way outside the arc, Jayla Wayner. Too much body on the take from James. First one on Wayner, first one against Marian in quarter 2. So the Knights are 8 of 13 from inside the arc. Both teams much better inside the arc here today. West lobbed into Westgate. Guy got beat, recovered. Westgate gets her own miss, can't put it home. The ball was tapped down to Westgate, and Guy will snatch it off the floor for her first rebound of the day. Here comes Marian the other way. The Trojans lost Collier. She'll drive. She'll wrap it around to Gerard, who's yet to miss a shot. Her pass in traffic, rattled down by Guy. Puts her shoulder down. She'll miss a right-handed shot. That's a 1-for-6 start for the player of the year, Amani Guy. Taylor down by 4. James tried to skip into a 3 as Wayner tries to track her. James runs Wayner into a Westgate screen. A long 3 for Clacy West is buried from the hash mark. West takes that one from the parking lot, and the Trojans' first triple makes it a 1-point Taylor deficit with 6:35 remaining before halftime. Collier around the Guy screen, pulls up from 18 feet. That will hit nothing but air as it bounces out of bounds. A rare air ball for the dynamic Ella Collier. Taylor is yet to lead this afternoon. They've tied the game a couple of times in the opening quarter. They've trailed by as many as 6, and they have an opportunity to take their first lead here of the game right here on this possession, down 1. Kirtley, a 3 over Gerard, off the left side of the rim, as you could feel the Odell Arena crowd hold their breath trying to will that 3 in from the senior Kirtley. 6:06 remaining in the opening half as Waynard holds on the right side of the floor. Gerard will spin to Collier as West guards are in the Taylor man-to-man. Gerard inside the near side arc, Kirtley backing up, daring her to take a shot. Gerard, Westgate switches on her, spins, fades from the league logo, off the rim, no good. Guy, too tall for everyone, rips it out of traffic, and then it's a mid-range 2 near side from Downer that's no good. Kirtley balked out Gerard, but no one went to go get the rebound. Guy takes the ball away from Westgate, who will miss another point-blank shot, and the ball's tapped out to the far side. A dismal start for Guy at just 1 for 7, and again Taylor can take the lead. Kirtley 3, bang! Near side, Kayla Kirtley with a triple, and for the first time all day, the Trojans lead number 9 Marian. It's 23-21 home team. After multiple point-blank looks that Marian could not get to drop, the Trojans cash in on a gift. Collier, West right there on the catch, left side circle. Right side screen, Guy. Collier thought about a step back 3, lobs it into Guy, got away, and James will foul her from behind. Good read from James. That's just her first, third one against Taylor here in quarter number 2. Taylor has outscored Marian 10-4 here in the second quarter. And Guy to the line for 2 free throws. A good free throw shooter at 77%. First one is swished for the 6'4 senior with blue hair. This to tie the game at 23. Yep, got them both. Nice looking stroke there from the 6'4 Guy. And we're all tied at 23 here in quarter number 2 as we hit the halfway point. Waynard will guard James, who gives off to Deckard, and then back to James. Out near the volleyball line, Waynard defends. Will have lefty drive, James stops. She's in traffic, will bounce it outside to Deckard, who's taken 1 shot here this afternoon. Deckard spins away from Downer. Oh, look at the off-ball screen from Westgate, but then Guy blocked the shot, goes out of bounds off of Kirtley's hand as she tried to save it. And it'll go back to Marian as a beautiful recovery from Guy to block the shot after Taylor had the wonderful screen from Westgate to try to get Deckard free. Those 2 will exit. Maul returns for the Trojans, and Henson back in as well. So for Marian, they have Wayner and Downer, their 2 point guards. Gerard and Guy in the front court, and Collier the shooting guard. Henson guards Wayner far side for TU. Gerard with Kirtley daring her to take a 3. She stands all the way at the free throw line. Guy thought about a long 2, 1 dribble. Wayner catch and shoot right side 3, good. 56% is Jayla Wayner. Doesn't take a lot of them. She's now 6 of 10, but when she does, she makes them. And after Taylor took a 2-point lead at 23-21, the Trojans, looking at a 5-0 run for Marian, are down by 3. West drives on Collier. Righty floater got right to the rim. Look at the take from Clacy West, who's got 5 in the second quarter, and Taylor back down by 1. Less than 4 to go here in the opening half as Bossy will make her way to the scorer's table to return for Marian at the next dead ball. Guy from 18 feet, back rim, no. Her shooting woes continue. Maul had it. West knocked it out of her hands as Guy is now 1 of 8 from the floor to start here for Marian. Trojans trying to regain the lead. James around the Maul screen. James got hit in the face, and now it's Henson. Floating near side, Kirtley keeps her heels just inside the near sideline. Curtly backs it out, volleyball line, James. Collier guards her. Hesitation move, contested three blocked. Maul trying to tap it into West's hands. Her shot was swatted away by Guy, and the rebound hauled in by Gerard for her third rebound of the opening half. 1 point Marian lead as they go from right to left in blue. Right block, Gerard is yet to miss a shot today. Near side pass got through Henson's hands. Wayner's made one free today. This one from the near side's an air ball that's picked off the floor by James. Less than 3 to go here in the opening half. Henson drives, floater for the lead. Got it? No! They're going to call her for a charge. The Trojan faithful unhappy about that as Wayner just got in there in the nick of time to set her feet on the right block as Henson tried to float it home. Bossy back in. Collier will exit for the first time today. And the Taylor fans, led by offensive lineman Trey Wood in his custom-made Mays, Michigan uniform, shares his loud disagreement with the referee's call. 2:45 left to go here in the opening half. Still a 1 point Marian lead. They've led by as many as 6. Taylor's led by as many as 2. Wayner, near side to Downard. West daring her to shoot. Around the right side, Gerard screen. Guy from way outside. 9 to shoot here for the Knights as they run the shot clock down again. Slip screen Guy. Downer drives. West will bump her on the off arm. And West's foul will be the 5th one of the quarter. First on her, and that bails Marian out as there were 3 seconds on the shot clock. 2 free throws for Downard, an excellent free throw shooter at 83% for the 5th-year senior from Avon, Indiana. Taylor head coach Jody Martinez unhappy, giving one of our officials an earful across from us. For those of you playing the home game, Coach Martinez's shirt still tucked in. First one from Downard, good. The second one is good as well. 6 for her. And Marian has missed a couple of free throws today, but they've shot the free throws pretty well. And they go back ahead by 3. Deckard will run the point as James exits after getting hit in the face. Curtly gets Deckard free on a screen. And now Gerard will guard Deckard near side. Off-ball foul. It's against Amani Guy as she and Gretchen Mall have been throwing elbows and just wrestling each other on the block on either end of the floor. First on Guy. The second one against Marian here in quarter 2. The 6'4 Guy will guard the 5'6 Deckard on the baseline inbound near side corner. Deckard looking for help. Will go left block. Curtly spins away from Gerard. Righty hook will miss everything except the glass. And Guy hauls in her 4th rebound. Just 1 of 8 is Amani Guy from the floor. Marian trying to build on their 3-point lead. Downard 2 of 6 from the floor. To Gerard, who is 3 of 4. She's been their best offensive player today. Bossy fakes the handoff at the left elbow between the legs. Bounce backs it out with less than 2 to go before halftime. Gerard attacks. Head of steam. Right block. Off balance shot. Off the high glass and good as Gerard looked for an and 1 that did not come. She's the leading scorer in the game with 8. Make it 9, excuse me. And Taylor's lead down to 5 as Downer pokes it away from Deckard. It goes off of Deckard's legs, and she is upset about that one. So 9 for Gerard to lead the way on 4 of 5 shooting. And it's just a 5-point Marian lead with 96 seconds remaining here in the opening half. The number 9 Knights clad in blue. They go from right to left. Taylor defends man-to-man in white. Guy all the way out near the volleyball line as Marian wants to play 4 on 5. Gerard drives, no good. But they'll get Maul for the foul on a late call from our official on the baseline. Second one on Maul and Gerard to the line for 2. But Gerard has struggled, going just 1 of 3 from the line today. Not a 3-point shooter, but a fantastic dribble drive. And gets that head of steam and just goes right downhill. First one will swish over the front of the rim. 10 for Gerard, our first double-figure scorer of the day. That pushes the Marian lead up to 6. This one can give them their biggest lead of the day. That one too long. Nobody boxes out Guy. She'll get the rebound and lay it in for 2. Just the second field goal for Amani Guy today. She's got 6. And the Trojans down by 8 as they struggle to box out for another game this season. That was their bugaboo against Goshen, as now Deckard tries to shake away from Downard. Triple team on Deckard, almost knocked it away. Right side circle, Curtly, right block to Maul. West read it but couldn't tap it to herself. It's intercepted by Abby Downard. 9th turnover of the opening half. Pull up long 2 off the right side of the rim. A wide open look from the free throw line for Downard. That would not drop. Both teams shooting in the low 40s. The problem right now, Taylor thankful to be down by just 8 after giving away 9 times, and Marian scoring 11 points off those miscues. Deckard almost lost the ball, might have gotten blocked by Downard up top, then friendly fire as Guy knocks down her teammate Wayner, both going for the rebound. About 5 or 4 seconds between game and shot clock, with the game clock at 25 seconds. Taylor led 23-21. Since then, they have been outscored 12-2. Marian will hold for the final shot as first-year head coach Steve Brooks calls out the play. Downard in the center jump circle with 5 to shoot. West at the top of the key, Downard fakes and drives left side. Gerard from 8 feet left side. Nope. In the air, Kirtley rebounds with 3, and they'll get Kirtley for a travel in the backcourt. The clock continued to run as Kirtley didn't think there was that much time left. Taylor had 3 seconds to try to get a shot away. Instead, they will allow James to re-enter. They'll put a couple of seconds back on the clock. Collier, their three-point shooter, will come back in for Marian. So there probably should be about maybe a second and a half, maybe 2. I'm going to go 1.2. So enough for a dribble as Downard gets it in far baseline of the basket to our left. James backs off. Gerard from 8 feet, front rim, no. And that will be how the first half comes to a close. Excellent close for Marian after Taylor took a 2-point lead at 23-21. The ninth-ranked Knights close the second quarter on a 12-2 run. They take an 8-point lead into the halftime break. We're back with the BSN Sports Halftime Report next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletics Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes. Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greeks Pizzeria. It's our taste.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marian General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletics Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes. Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Back here inside Odell Arena, this is the BSN Sports Halftime Report. At the break, it's number 9 Marian 33 and Taylor 25. Here's a look at those first half stats. Both teams shot 40% from the floor. Marian was 12 of 30. Taylor was 10 of 25. Both teams made just 2 threes on the day. Marian 2 of 6, Taylor 2 of 8. Marian got to the line 10 times in that opening half. They made 7 of them. Taylor got to the line 4 times, making 3. Marian had the only double-figure score. They had 4 players score at least 6 points, with Kennedy Gerard leading the way with 10 on 4 of 7 shooting. 6 for Downard, 6 for Guy, and 6 for Collier. But for Guy, just 2 of 9 from the floor in that opening half for the Player of the Year a year ago, both in the Crossroads League and in the country. 3 for Jayla Wayner, 2 for Majestic Sales, and no points on no shots for the starter Allison Bossy, as Marian played 7 in the first half. Taylor also played 7. Their leading scorer was Clacy West off the bench with 7. She was 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. 6 points for Taylor Westgate. Played just 14 minutes in that first half after picking up 2 fouls. She was 3 of 8 from the floor as her shooting woes continue. 5 points for Kayla Kirtley, also made a 3. 4 for Lauren James after going scoreless in the opening quarter. And 2 for Gretchen Ball on the only only shot she took. Meredith Deckard 0 of 3 and no points. 1 point for Ava Henson off the bench. Rebounding numbers in favor of Taylor, 18 to 16, as they went to the bigger lineup today for the first time today. Offensive rebounds go to the favor of Marian at 4 to 3. Second chance points even at 2 apiece. Taylor's leading rebounder in the first half was Taylor Westgate with 6. Amani Guy, their leading rebounder for Marian, also with 6. Turnovers are what plagued the Trojans in that first half. They had 10 turnovers that led to 11 Marian points. The Knights gave the ball away just 3 times, including just once in that second quarter, and Taylor scored 2 points off of the miscues for Marian today. The Knights assisted on 5 of their 12 field goals in the first half. Taylor assisted on 3 of their 10. No one with more than 1 for Taylor. Collier had 2 to lead the way here for Marian. So we'll see what the Trojans can do. They will probably go back to that big lineup that they did. It worked so well in that opening quarter. We'll see if they go back to that 3-2 zone. Went to the zone only once, and it worked well. Forced a missed shot for Marian in the opening quarter. We'll be back with the second half when we come back. It is 33-25 Marian here at the break here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletic Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Third quarter about to get going here from inside Odell Arena. We're glad you are making us part of your Saturday afternoon. Marian starts with the ball. They have their 5 starters on the floor. Abby Downard, Allison Bossy, Kennedy Gerard, Amani Guy, and Ella Collier, who holds on the near side. Taylor counters with their 5 starters. Will set that lineup when they get the ball first. Gerard, who led the game in 10 points in the first half, will drive and kick an errant pass that Bossy's able to haul in. Shot clock hits 10 on the opening possession of quarter 3. Down around a big Gerard screen. Back to her. James dives, knocks it away. Gerard gets it back with 4. Angles around from Westgate into the paint. Guy. James knocks it away. It's stolen off the floor. And a perfect defensive possession for Taylor to start. And then Deckard, a deep 3 ball off the near side of the rim, as that would have sent this place into hysterics. So Deckard trying to find her shooting rhythm here. Just 32% from 3 for the sharpshooter on the year. It's an 8-point Marian lead as we start quarter number 3. The Knights go from left to right in blue. Taylor defends man to man in white. Gerard fades away from the league logo. Front rim, catches the back rim and drops. As Taylor backing up, trying to cut down on the speed advantage that Gerard has when she puts the ball on the deck, but just hits a nice fadeaway jump shot there. She's got 12 to lead the game. And Gerard 5 of 8 from the floor, and Marian takes their first double-figure lead of the day. They're up by 10. Minute 15 into this third quarter. Maul almost had it knocked away by a Guy, able to get the handoff to Kirtley. Mid-post left. Westgate spins, fakes, trying to go up and under. Step through, left hand short. Westgate had it poked out of bounds. It stays here with Taylor. Good job by Gerard to stay down on that up and under move that Westgate has fooled numerous different opponents throughout the year. And we'll see if both teams go deeper into their bench. Both played just 7 in the opening half. Deckard from the near baseline lobs it into James up on the near sideline. Back to the near corner, Deckard with a 6'4 guy defending her. Try to get it into Maul with the shorter Collier defending. Top of the key, Westgate almost traveled, lobs it into Maul, and they got it in, bump from behind, and she'll put it in for 2. Good find from Westgate. Maul with her second field goal. She's got 4. And Taylor gets their first points of the third quarter. They trail back again by 8. The same margin they trailed at the half. 2 minutes into quarter 3. Left side Guy screen, got Collier free, screen and roll back. Guy from 8 feet right side, swish. Third basket of the day for Amani Guy. She's got 8. And it struggled to make it from in close in the opening half, but pulls one from 8 feet here and hits.
Taylor back down by 10. Kirtley, top of the key, stops and keeps going. Rises from 8, and she'll bang that one in off the back of the rim. Little off-balance set shot from Kayla Kirtley. And the two teams trading baskets here with Taylor back again, down by 8 after trailing by as many as 10. Gerard on the long arc. Taylor daring her to take a long 2. Westgate all the way inside the arc. A dribble pull up from Gerard off the right side of the rim. James has her third rebound for Taylor. She'll glide up the right side of the floor as Deckard waits for her. Into Westgate, who got away from Gerard, lost the ball, sets her feet. Guy comes in and hammers her from behind. That's the second one on Guy, and they'll send Westgate to the line for 2. Westgate missed on the catch, could have gone right up for an easy 2. As Maul will exit, Clacy West comes in for TU. Westgate to the line for a pair where she has struggled this season, shooting just 53%. She's got 2 here after Guy picks up her second foul. Halfway down and skips out for Taylor Westgate. Marian head coach Steve Brooks shouting out for his team to box out. Westgate misses the second one off the right side of the rim, and Taylor could have cut their deficit down to 6, but it remains at 8. As the Trojans' free throw shooting woes continue this season, they are just 3 of 6 from the line today. Downard wants to lob it into Guy. Westgate was fronting. It goes off of Guy's hand and then Westgate's hand, who was behind her. It'll remain here with Marian. 13 to shoot, just over 3 minutes into this third quarter. Then Marian leads by 8. They've trailed twice today, and they've led by as many as 10. That came earlier in this quarter. Collier to Downard, who got free on an off-ball screen. Far side to Bossy, who's yet to attempt a shot today. Collier. Good recovery by West on the off-ball screen. They give it right wing, long to Guy. Try to hit another one. It'll be chased down. The only one home was Lauren James for Taylor. She'll bring it up the far side of the floor. She's been quiet today. Thought about skipping into a shot. Will wrap one around high post right side Westgate. On Guy, pivots near side Kirtley, and her heel will hit the near sideline. She was able to avoid stepping out of bounds in the opening half. This one just clips that back left heel. That's been a problem for players throughout this year. With that longer three-point arc by a little over a foot, it really cuts down on that space they used to have in the deep corners on either side of the floor, and it's plagued players throughout the year. Here with a longer arc this year. Collier, good fight by West to get through an off-ball screen. James comes to collapse. Downard, long 2 left side, and she'll rattle that one in front of her own bench. 8 for Abby Downard, her first points of the second half, and Taylor once again goes back down by 10. James trying to answer with a 3. Got it right over Allison Bossy. James had missed her first 3 threes. Gets one to go here, and she's got 7. And Taylor back down by 7 as that brings a little bit of life back to Odell Arena. Guy on the right side arc, lobs it in right to Kirtley as she threw it halfway between Collier and Gerard, and that's where it was Kayla Kirtley standing. Deckard from way outside, no, and Guy's got the miss, and now Kirtley maybe got an elbow on her way trying to go get that rebound, and a timeout will be given to the Marian Knights. Our first timeout of the day. It's a full one for number 9 Marian, and we'll see how Kayla Kirtley is feeling. 7-point Marian lead, almost halfway home here in quarter number 3 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marian General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online Tire Finder. Kayla Kirtley looks to be okay as head athletic trainer Patience Ramsey goes to check on her. We get to see Ariel Dale in for the first time today, rocking some specs. She got poked in the eye in practice 2 days ago and lost a chunk of her eye. She's wearing specs today provided by her cousin who's an optometrist. Henson in. Guy through a double team, bangs with Westgate. Shot no good. Rips it away from Westgate. And then Guy gets away. She snatches it away from James. Gerard will go in. She's fouled on the floor as Dale went crashing in trying to defend. First one on Dale. First one on Taylor here in the third.
That's her first. Team's first.
7-point Marian lead with 5:09 left to go here in quarter number 3. 5 starters remain on the floor for Marian. They have not gone to the bench yet here in the third. Gerard guarded by Dale. James come to collapse, kicks out to Bossy. First shot is up. It hits the front rim, hits the glass, and drops home for the first bucket for Allison Bossy. She did not attempt a shot here in the first half, and it's back to a 9-point Marian lead. They're up 41-32. James, a 3 over Bossy again. This one glances off the front rim, and James just 1 of 5 from distance. Collier with the rebound for Marian. She'll walk it up the far side. Into Guy. Double team comes from West. Whips it around the downer. Too far for her. That'll be an over and back violation. Turnover number 6 on the afternoon for Marian. Downer trying to say that it was tapped. The Marian bench saying that it was deflected. And our referee on the end line, who did not have the best angle, saying the ball was deflected. And that will draw the disagreements from Taylor head coach Jody Martinez, who is irate across from us. I don't know how the guy on the baseline can see that that ball wasn't touched, but his eyes must be better than mine. Maybe I need to go see Ariel's cousin, who's the optometrist. 9-point Marian lead with 4:30 in a very exciting game here so far. Gerard and Dale battling, and that's an offensive foul on Gerard, who hooked Ariel Dale. It's a mismatch on paper with Gerard at 5'11 and Dale at 5'7. But the former Northfield Norse, a tough cookie 4 in white, and draws the foul on Gerard, her first and number 2 against the Knights. A pretty clean third quarter with how physical the battles have been down on the block today. Gerard and Dale now, the first ones have been Guy and Maul. James skipping, driving, and giving off to Henson. James screen, outside the arc. West wants her second 3 today. Off the back of the rim. Westgate hustles the far corner. Back taps it in right to Henson. And then is fouled on the far side by either Guy or Bossy. Westgate saved it, went soaring through the air like Superwoman. And the athletic play from the sophomore keeps Taylor with the rock. Third on Marian, first on Bossy. That's good for them because if it was on Guy, that would have been number 3. Dale out and Kirtley back in for the Trojans. Trailing by 9, trying to break a long scoring drought. Inbounds pass tipped. James able to haul it in as Kirtley tried to find Henson. Oh, look at the step back try. Baseline drive West, down low. Kirtley through contact, no. But that's number 2 on Kennedy Gerard and number 4 on the visitors here in the third. That's 2 fouls on Gerard in less than a minute. And her head coach Steve Brooks across from us, unhappy with his hands on his hips across from us. 2 for Kirtley. Taylor 3 of 6 from the line today. And Kirtley will get the first one to roll home. 8 for the senior. Comes in shooting just 63% from the stripe on the year. This to make it a 7-point deficit. As Guy will tuck in her uniform. And Kirtley gets ready for the second free throw. It is up, and it is swished. 4 in the quarter for Kayla Kirtley. She's Taylor's leading scorer with 9. And Taylor back down by 7 as they put the light pressure on here. Guy will throw it across midcourt. Taylor wanted her to dribble across. She'll pass it across instead. West waits for Downer to the top of the key with the Marian possession. Collier, Taylor in the 3-2 zone. Second time they've gone to it today. First time it gave Marian fits on the only possession they had to face against. Whips it far side. Collier, catch and shoot 3 ball, halfway down and out. And Westgate has the rebound for Taylor. Trojans gambled and Collier missed. 1 of 3 from distance. James got into the arc, bounces outside to West. Into the left elbow, this is Westgate against Guy. Outside Kirtley, catch and shoot 3, Gerard. A sidewinder that's missed. Guy couldn't get it, and then Bossy got tangled up with James, who took her down to the floor. For a second one on James, number 2 against Taylor here in the quarter. And the 2 free throws for Taylor, their first bucket in forever. Until the 3-point, outside of the 3-point basket by James here earlier in the stanza. Light pressure that Marian's able to break. We've got 3:15 to go in the third. And Marian has a 7-point lead at 41-34. They've led by as many as 10. That was twice here in this third stanza. Taylor back to the 3-2 zone with Clacy West running the point. Abby Book's in attendance. She used to run the point back in her playing days. Gerard bangs with West. Right-hand floater good as Gerard just overpowers the Trojans down low. 14-4 Gerard as West leaking out front. Wants a 3, might have been blocked. Hits off the right side of the rim and bounces right into the knees of Amani Guy. Taylor down by 11, their biggest hole here today. Collier to the near side. Bossy wants her 3. Nope, back of the rim. Tapped away by Weston. Kirtley snatches it away. 43-30, making a 9-point Taylor deficit. And now 6 and maybe 5 because James got fouled on a 3. Foul on Bossy, her second. And James with an opportunity and a 4-point play. So that's number 5 on Marian with 2:30 remaining in quarter 3. The Trojans in the bonus. Jayla Wayner in to replace Bossy, who's picked up foul number 2. For the 4-point play, got it. 7 in the quarter for Lauren James. A fantastic showing from James today. Make it 8 in the quarter. And Taylor down by 5 after trailing by as many as 10. Back to the 3-2 zone go the Trojans. Wayner, near side to Henson. Right side to Downard. Marian just 2 of 8 from distance today. Gerard, not a 3-point shooter, outside the arc. Wayner has one of those 2 threes, that near side to Collier, who's got the other one. 8 to shoot. Downard from straight away, into Guy, got it away from Westgate. Spins on Kirtley, right-hand shot. Will hit the left side of the rim and roll home on a pretty pirouette from Amani Guy. 10 for the player of the year on just 3 of 13 shooting. But James will go slashing in, but will leave a right-handed floater well short. And here comes Marian the other way, leading by 7. 1:44 to go before the fourth. Downer trapped by James, near side Wayner, gave up an open 3 to Guy. Trying to go up and under on Westgate, challenged the shot, but Guy was too tall and banked it in. 12 for Guy, 6 in the quarter. And the Trojans, after getting the 4-point play from James, right back down by 9 in the blink of an eye. 85 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Westgate trying to take Guy to the rack. Kicks it near side Kirtley, bluffs the 3 and gives to James. Near side James trying to rip through on Wayner. Got away, and that's a foul on Wayner on the floor. Second on her, but the Trojans already in the bonus, and so 2 free throws coming for Lauren James with 1:15 left to go here in the third quarter.
Lauren James at the line for the Trojans, shooting 2.
James with 11 here in the game, 7 in this third quarter. And now 8. Had the 4-point play earlier and has really found her rhythm here. 4 of 9 from the floor is James today after going 0 of 3 to start the game off in the first. Second free throw was a little bit long, but bangs it in. 9 in the quarter for James. She's got a team-high 13. And Taylor down by 7. With 70 seconds left to go. Near side, Downard open from 2, steps in from 18 feet. High arcer, nope. Guy jumped too early, but she gets the ball, but she stepped on the baseline as she tried to take another one away from James. Guy was a rebound away from a double-double, as Marian head coach Steve Brooks reminds his team of shot selection. Did not like that quick long two from Downard. Could have dribbled him probably right to the block and tried a little floater, or maybe gotten all the way to the rim for a layup. Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. Taylor, after leading in that second quarter, have yet to lead here in the third. Westgate, high right side against Guy in the Marian man-to-man. Blow by drive west. Wayner got there, and that's another charge drawn by Jayla Wayner. She got Henson in the first half. She gets West here in the second. And a beautiful read as West ripped by on Downard. Wayner came in and set those feet outside the lane beautifully. And that's the second foul on Clacy West. And Marian gets it back, leading by 7 with 44 seconds left to go in the third. Light pressure in the backcourt as Taylor slides back into their man-to-man. Thought they might go back to the 3-2 zone. Downer dribbles out near the volleyball line with Marian shooting on the basket to our right in blue. Collier wanted to go down low to Guy. Gerard, left side Wayner. They want to go to Guy again. Double team there. They go to Collier. Near side to Downard, guarded by West. Westgate fronts the post. Henson didn't turn around to see it. Downard gets it with 3, with 2. Waff of 1. Foot halfway down and no. Off of Guy's hand. She bumps James. That's number 3 on Guy. And James is going to the line for 2. The Trojans avoided disaster as, again, they did not box out Guy well enough to get still got one of those long arms out there and tapped it. But as she and James went for the ball on the baseline, they collided. And they'll say the Guy initiated the contact, and it's LJ to the other end for a chance to get to double figures here in the third and cut into the 7-point hole. First one, perfect. James 4 of 4 from the line this afternoon. Normally in the high 80s, low 90s, just 79% from the line today. But how about 11 here in this third quarter for Lauren James, 15 for the game, and Taylor back down by just 2. Collier with the shot clock turned off with 7 and 6. Downer, their point guard, holds the ball on her right hip with 3. Off to Collier, Henson defends, long step back 3. Nope, an air ball. And after trailing by as many as 10 here in the third quarter, the Trojans head to the fourth, down by just 5 to the 9th-ranked Marian Knights. The fourth quarter next on the Trojan Sports Network.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
So 10 minutes left to go in this one. Taylor down by 5. They've led twice. That was back in the first half. They trailed by 10. They outscored Marian by 3 in that third quarter. Westgate on Guy with the 4 fouls. Pass deflected. West near side almost stepped out of bounds. Downer tried to poke it away. She dives on the floor. West keeps it away from her. Kirtley has James open for a 3 to start the fourth. It's off the right side of the rim, but right to the hands of Taylor Westgate. Henson drives, got around Collier's shot is blocked out of bounds. It'll remain here with Taylor as the Taylor students down below us were looking for a foul call. West, Westgate, Kirtley, Henson, James, the 5 on the floor to start. West lobs it in. Kirtley's got to go track it down out near the volleyball line. Normally on that play, we see Kirtley able to take a catch and shoot 3. Collier trying to get against Westgate. Bodies her, fades off the high glass, no. And Guy comes in to get the miss. That's her 11th rebound of the game to lead the game so far. So Taylor, no points on their opening possession of quarter 4. Marian the ball from left to right and blue, leading by 5. Guy at the top of the key walks in. Westgate. James comes in to collapse, makes her picks it up, turn and shoot. Front rim off the glass and home on an off-balance shot from Amani Guy. 14 for her, 8 here in this second half. And she's hit some nice long-range 2s after halftime after struggling from in close in the first half. Henson off the handoff, far sideline. West rips to the baseline right on Downer, who cuts her off. West picks up the bounce with 14 to shoot, pivoting, trying to find help. Will deal it in traffic to James out near the far side hash mark. 9 to shoot. She wanted to go into Westgate, can't. Drives with 7. Triple teamed. A floater goes for Lauren James, who's got 13 of her 17 after halftime. After coming up empty on the opening possession, Taylor back to within 5. The chant is defense from the Taylor students down and around us. Man-to-man defense for Taylor. Downer, near side Collier, spins it to Wayner. Open look from 3, spins it off the back rim. Westgate gets in the Trojans, out and running with Clacy West. Hits the accelerator on Collier to the rim, no! And then Wayner hauls in the miss as West put it in off the right side of the rim, trying to make it a one-possession game. Downer steps in from 10 feet left side, good. 4 points in the second half for Abby Downer, the fifth-year senior, third night in double figures. And Marian's lead back up to 7 after Taylor had a chance to make it a one-possession game. First time they've been that close since the second quarter, had that opportunity to get that close. Far sideline, West drives right on Downer, right block, fades away, no. Guy rips it away, ball knocked out of bounds. It goes off of Guy's hand. Good job by Westgate to not give up on the rebound. Meredith Deckard in for Clacy West. So the only non-starter on the floor right now is Ava Henson, as Maul is on the bench right now for the Trojans. 7-point Taylor deficit just underway here in the fourth. Deckard backs all the way up with Guy defending on the baseline, and James will kick it near side to Henson. Turns the corner on Downard, far side Deckard puts on the deck with a left hand, double team there, reach and foul on either Wayner or Collier. First on Marian, number 3 on the backup point guard Wayner, who's one of their better three-point shooters. Wayner just 1 of 3 from downtown today, but came in shooting 56%. Kirtley, far sideline, off to James, off to Henson. Near sideline, Deckard watches her feet with Guy coming to defend her all the way outside the arc. Deckard, long mid-post left Westgate against Gerard, spins, aggressive move, aggressive hoop for Taylor Westgate. First second half scoring for the sophomore. And Taylor back down by 5, 51-46. 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Downard will slowly walk it up. Inside the arc near side. Free throw line, Gerard. Step through, off balance shot. No. It's rebounded by Taylor Westgate. The Trojans with an opportunity to make it a one-possession game. Down by 5. James drives right to the cup. She's fouled by Gerard. And there's the second one on Marian, and number 3 on Kennedy Gerard. So Gerard with 3, Guy with 3, and Wayner all with 3. And James in the line for 2 to make it a 1. And a timeout for Marian, a full one. They've got 3:30s left. The Trojans have yet to use a stoppage this afternoon. We've got 2 Lauren James free throws when we come back next on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletics Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5. .648 left to go in the fourth. It's been the Lauren James show, here in the second half. She has got 13 of her game-high 17. 2 free throws here to get 18 and 19. There's 18. And this to get her to 19. She's 3 of 6 from the floor in the second half and 2 of 4 from 3. And she's a perfect 7 of 7 from the line. Game high 19, and it's a one-possession game for the first time since the third quarter. Taylor's turned it over just twice here in the second half after giving away 10 times in the opening 20 minutes. Collier has been held in check today. Guy, who's found a rhythm in the second half, travel in the paint as she saw James coming in. There's the 8th turnover for Marian today, and their 4th one here of the second half. Guy started off struggling in the first half, just 6 points on 2 of 9 shooting, but has found a good rhythm here in the second half, particularly from long range, from the mid-range distance. And now Taylor can tie or cut the deficit to 1. With 6:22 remaining, drive in Westgate, ball tapped, will pitch off to Kirtley in tight quarters with Gerard defending. Has to fight the sideline, does Kirtley, and able to give it off to James, and the Trojans avoid disaster. James, left side, tucks on Wayner, off-balance shot, no. Good defense by Wayner, who's already drawn 2 charges today. Decker tried to draw the charge on Downer, who kept her feet. 3-point lead for Marian. Guy comes in, and Westgate gets her from behind, trying to slap the ball away. 3rd on Westgate, 1st on Taylor with 6:01 remaining in regulation time, and Marian's lead is down to 3. They close the second quarter on a 12-2 run to turn a 2-point Taylor lead into an 8-point Marian advantage. They moved that lead to 10 points in the 3rd, but Taylor's cut it down to 1 possession for the first time since quarter 2. Gerard, extra step through, beautifully done for Kennedy. Gerard gets her first 4th quarter scoring. She's got a Marian high of 16, and it's back to a 2-possession game with Taylor down by 5. James, top of the key, far side Deckard. Top of the key to James again outside the arc. Wayner right there on the catch. Low pocket pass to Westgate, spins. Shot was blocked by Guy, and then she'll haul in the miss. Good job by Guy to keep her footing there. And if you're wondering, if you're playing the home game, Taylor head coach Jody Martinez has untucked his polo shirt. 5:29 left to go in the 4th. Marian with the ball leading by 5. They've led the entire way here in the second half. Gerard with a team high 16. Guy trying to get a 16, and she switches home. A short jump shot from just inside the free throw line. So Gerard gets the 16. Guy follows her on back-to-back possessions. And the 4-0 run puts Taylor back down by 7. Tried to run the script slip and roll with Westgate to Deckard. Couldn't get it to her as her back was turned. James denied a chip in 3. Henson drives, floater over Guy. Perfect for Ava Henson. Henson's first field goal, she's got 3, and it comes at a perfect time to bring Taylor back to within 5. They needed that bucket desperately as we dip below halfway to go in the 4th. Marian from left to right trying to avoid their first Crossroads League loss of the year. As Gerard drives, spins from the league logo, off the back of the rim twice. Kirtley gets it, and Downer almost poked it away. James up the floor, far side to Deckard. Good collapse from Wayner to deny an open look from 3, but Deckard drives. Free throw line, Westgate, a 3 if it goes. It's off the glass and nothing else. In traffic, Henson knifes home to get it, but then a foul is called as they tried to get James for the miss, or for the travel. Did they stop the clock? Oh, they reset the shot clock to the full 30. That's what happened. The shot clock got reset to the full 30 instead of the 20 with a Taylor offensive rebound. Whew. There was 900 things going on there for a minute. We're talking, we're discussing, we're looking, we're discussing some more. They should put the shot clock to 18 seconds because it says 28. Claycie West will come in for Taylor. Allison Bossy in for the first time in a while for Marian to replace the All-American Ella Collier, who has just 6 points today on 2 of 6 shooting. Collier coming off of a 20-point performance and 6 made threes in the win over Bethel on Wednesday. 9 to shoot. As we'll say, the ball did not hit the rim. James contested with 6. Westgate drives on Guy. Right block through the contact. Wildly thrown off the rim, or over the rim, and Gerard has the rebound, her 6th. 5-point lead again for Marian. Gerard, not a 3-point shooter, so Kirtley backs up inside the lane. Gerard with a right-hand bounce. James comes. 10-foot jump shot, baseline right down or no. Guy got it. She's knifed her way around Westgate, but then missed another point-blank layup. A 7 for 17 day for Amani Guy. Taylor back down by 5. Backdoor cut, Deckard West. That's a 1-possession game. Beautiful feed from Deckard, and that ignites the Taylor students down and around us. 3-point Marian lead with 3:35 to go in quarter 4. Wayner. Gerard right side screen, the Chanda's defense. Downer. James fights through a Guy screen. High post right side, Guy at the right elbow. Dribbling with a right hand. Double team comes Deckard. Knocked it free, and Deckard stole it, and then Guy fouled her. The 4th foul on Amani Guy as Odell Arena gets to the loudest it's been all day. Her 4th for the Player of the Year in the Crossroads League and the country a year ago. and she'll exit in place of Ella Collier. A 3-point Taylor deficit with 3:20 left to go here in the fourth. Deckard 0 of 5 from the floor today, but came in with the beautiful weak side strip. And now the Trojans again can make it a tie game or a 1-point game. Outside the free throw line, Westgate to Kirtley, inside, fouled, and she's going to the line for 2 more. Fourth one on Marian. The next one will put the Trojans in the penalty with 3:06 remaining in the contest tonight. Third one on Bossy. She's the third different night in foul trouble, with Wayner with 3, Gerard with 3, and Guy on the bench with 4, who is standing ready to potentially come back in. 2 free throws for Kirtley. Someone tells her not to miss it, and she didn't. 10 for Kayla Kirtley. Taylor down by 2. It's the closest they've been since the second quarter. This to make it a 1-point game. Perfect. 11 for Kayla Kirtley. And now the Taylor students can feel the momentum turning. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth. Marian led by as many as 10. Their lead has been dwindled down to 1. They go from left to right in blue without the All-American and Player of the Year, Amani Guy. Bossy, guarded by Deckard. The seats rumble below us. Top of the key, Downard. Left post, Gerard has been dynamic today. James comes to the double team. Beautiful find to Downard as she ripped it away from 2 Trojan defenders, did Gerard, and the Trojans back down by 3. 57-54 with 2.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. James has been spectacular here today. Off-target pass, West able to haul it in. Left elbow, Westgate drives on Gerard. Tried the step-through move. Near side, James with 16 to shoot. James drives on Wayner. Right-hand floater, back rim, no. Kirtley gets the miss, goes right back up. It'll roll off the right side of the rim, and it remains a 3-point Marian lead as the Trojans couldn't get one to drop. Kirtley now 2 of 6 from the field today. That one just missed the roll. 2:02 to go in quarter 4. Wayner, left side, had a big 3 in the first half. Goes to Gerard, mid-post left. 1-on-1, Westgate, step-through move, got it, and the foul. And that's number 4 on Taylor Westgate. Huge bucket for Kennedy Gerard with the Player of the Year, Amani Guy, sat on the bench with foul trouble. Gerard takes over the talented junior from Indianapolis. 18 for Kennedy Gerard, 8 here in the second half, and has an opportunity to make it a 6-point Marian lead on the biggest hoop of the afternoon for the visitors from Naptown. Then Gerard will calmly make the first free throw. Has gone alternating free throws today. She's got 19 points, and Taylor back down by 6, 60-54. 1:45 left to go in the fourth. Near the volleyball line, James. Wayner right there on her hip. West near side, Kirtley guarded by Collier. 98 seconds left, Taylor down by 6. Near side, Kirtley gives off to James at 10. 9 to shoot for Deckard. Guarded by Downer behind the back bounce, trying to drive to the paint. Mid-post left, trying to find an angle. Off-balance shot. Oh, how did Meredith Deckard get that one to drop with Downer draped all over her? 80 seconds left to go, and the Trojans down by 4. They need a defensive stop here. Collier, they leave her wide open for a 3, and she missed it. She was wide open with no one in the area code, and now with 66 seconds left, Taylor can cut into their 4-point hole. James stepping, wants to make it a 1-point game, off the near side of the rim. No one home for Taylor on the rebound, and Collier gets it for Marian, her 8th of the day, to go with 6 points and 4 assists. 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Marian will bleed clock here with about 30 seconds between game and shot clock. Downard with West glaring right at her in the Taylor man-to-man. Far side, Wayner. Top of the key, Downer with 7 to shoot. Popped away by West. Far side, Wayner. Collier with 4. They look Gerard's way. Downer, pump fake, top of the key, 3 ball off the right side of the rim. Westgate will haul it in with 27 seconds left, and Taylor will take a timeout right before they dish the ball away, and that will allow Taylor to advance the ball to the front court. That's why Taylor head coach Jody Martinez never takes a timeout. 25 7/10 of a second left. 4-point Marian lead. Taylor with the rock. They'll advance to the front court next on the Trojan Sports Network.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Shot clock turned off, 25 and 7/10 of a second left. Taylor with the ball down by 4 after a Downard three-point miss with the shot clock at single digits. Amani Guy is back in for Marian, replacing Collier. She'll guard the near sideline inbounds pass. Curtly backs up to give her some space against the 6'4 guy. Near sideline, Deckard. This is the play that won a game a few years ago for the Trojans against Mount Vernon Nazarene. West blows right by Gerard, blocks the shot out of bounds as West has been able to get right to the rim. The problem is Gerard and Guy have been waiting there every time a Trojan guard gets near the rim. 18 and 8/10 of a second left. Taylor still down by 4. Up near the volleyball line, Curtly hauls it in. Far side, James. Taylor's got to go kind of quick, down by 4. James stops. Caught in trouble. Gerard right there defending. Low bounce pass West. Off balance, tough shot, no. Curtly almost had it poked away. Gerard gets it with 5 seconds left, and Taylor's got a foul. That'll be just the third one on the Trojans. And this one might just be over in favor of Marian. Easily their toughest test of the year so far. They ran away from Bethel. They owned Indiana Wesleyan in the league opener and dominated Grace after giving a game away on Wednesday, as West will foul Downard in the backcourt. That's her third. Number 4 on Taylor with 3.1 left. Taylor still down by 4. And a timeout taken by Marian. They've got a 30. And 2 more 30s after this. We'll keep it here. But the Trojans, after playing rough in that first half, turning it over 10 times, gave it away just twice. Here in the second half, just were unable to get a couple stops in the Needham, and that big 3-point play from Gerard that turned a 57-54 Marian lead into a 60-54 advantage. That's going to be the play of the game here right now. Lauren James, spectacular here in the second half. Taylor goes 14 of 17 from the line, just 4 of 19 from 3. The rebounds just about even. Trojans benefited from a rough shooting day for both Ella Collier and Amani Guy. They went a combined 9 of 24 today. Downer didn't shoot the ball much better, just 5 of 14. She came in at 50%. So that's led to the Marian struggle today. Gerard's been dynamic, 19 and 7 on 8 of 14 shooting. She's really picked up the slack today for the Knights. They're shooting 43% from the floor. Taylor at 34. So ball advance to the front court. Downer will get it in near side with Westgate defending on the Marian try. Backcourt to Wayner, and that'll be the final 3 seconds of this one. The Trojans trailed by 10 in the third quarter. They cut the deficit down to 1 at 55-54, but then get outscored 5-2. Thanks to that 3-point play by Kennedy Gerard that pushes the Knights to the victory today. Third straight loss for the Trojans, but nothing to hang your hat about after giving that game away Wednesday at Mount Vernon Nazarene. They give the Knights their toughest test in the first 4 Crossroads League games of the year. Final today, number 9 Marian escapes with a 4-point win, 60-56 over Taylor today. We're back to look back at this one on the Ivanhoe's post-game show next, here on the Trojan Sports Network. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletic Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes. Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online Tire Finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletic Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes. Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online Tire Finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greeks' specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greeks Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greeks Pizzeria, it's our taste.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the Athletic Department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Back inside Odell Arena, Rick Johnson, the head coach of the Trojans, Jody Martinez here on the Ivanhoe's postgame show. You guys get down by 10 in that third quarter. You cut it down to 5 going to the break, had a couple opportunities to go ahead. What led to the coming up on the wrong side of the scoreboard today in that fourth quarter?
Just something that's been plaguing us all year. Just some unfortunate missed shots within 5 feet. We missed a lot of those again today. And we just had some poor decisions on shot selection late. Trying to call out something that I thought was there, and then a certain individual did something different and no result. So we had opportunities against a very good team. We're making strides. Once again, like I told you and I've told our team, and January is our goal. January's been our vision since November, when we've had all these adversity issues with COVID injuries and sicknesses and people going to the hospital and doctors and all that stuff. So, we're up to 5 practices now with everybody, so that's a good sign that we're in the right direction. But we got to have everybody at practice. We got to have chemistry. We got to work on the little things. And I think, playing 2 ranked teams this week, we lost in the last seconds on both of them. And I think we got, opportunities to show people in January that we can contend. But, I told the team we got to come back to the work Monday. We got 4 non-conference games coming up, so let's get better.
You look at LJ, she didn't play particularly well in the first half, lit it up there in the third to really give you guys a chance at 11 points. She looked like her old self, getting to the rim, creating, hitting open threes. So it was like to see her show some glimpses of her old self there in the third. Yeah, it was glimpses, and that's one thing we've been talking about is we got to get consistency, though. I mean, you just said it took her to the third quarter, and she's a 5-year senior and All-American. You got to be doing it right from the tip. You can't be waiting until we're down double figures. You can't be waiting until those things come. You got to learn how to do it right from the start. And
And, you know, she was one of the ones that had some sickness and on medicine early in the season, the games, and, you know, conditioning is a factor. And, you know, LJ's got to lead us. She's the point guard, heart and soul of the team, and she's got to be able to do things right from the tip, though, not third quarter. And, you know, we've had a few games where she didn't score to the fourth quarter. So those are things that are inconsistent in my eyes. But it's, you know, it's the whole package. We got to get our post players to hit a layup. But we're missing way too many layups inside. We got to play better post defense. The post players had 30-some points. They killed us in the paint. I told them in practice the last 2 days, this game plan is wired. They got to hit 15 threes to beat us. They only made 2. They still beat us. That's because we didn't do our job consistently of hitting the paint. We were too late, and I kept telling them, you're too late. You got to go in the passes in the air, not when they catch it. And the girls just didn't do it.
Turned it over 10 times in the first half, just 2 after halftime, none in that fourth quarter. What switched from half 1 to half 2?
That's all we talked about at halftime. We had 10 turnovers. They outscored us 11-2 points off turnovers. That's a difference of 9. We were down 8 at half. We only had 2 turnovers in the second half. We cut it to 1. You're right there.
Yep.
You outplayed them second half. But you know what? It's a 40-minute game, not a 20-minute game. And so we got to continue to learn from that and value possessions, how important possessions are. And, you know, it's just something that comes from playing. When you don't have people on the court in practice, instead they're in there with Patience, who does an outstanding job for us as a trainer. What good is it? Yeah, you get them game ready, but they're not practice ready, which means they're not ready for a game, but yet they're still our best option. And that's why I challenge the girls that don't play. You guys got to get better. That's the bottom line. If you can't beat the people that do play, how am I supposed to put you against the best teams in the nation? We played 5 ranked teams already. I'm not going to put freshmen against 5 ranked teams when they can't even beat up our old returners.
And you've had the lead in all 5 of those games.
All 5 games we had the lead at some point. Even in the second half some points.
Yep.
But once again,
I've been
doing this for 31 years. You got to have chemistry. You got to have continuity, consistency. And that's where our areas of struggle are right now. And we got people that, you know, their shot selection, it's mechanical. Like some of our post players, they're bringing the ball way out, and we preach chin up, chin up. I mean, that's an OPE term. Let's do some chin ups, right? You think we can remember putting the ball by the chin and going straight up instead of bringing it to the outside, because when we get bumped, you have no control of that ball. And that's why we shoot the way we are right now. And so we got to keep working with our bigs, and just one day at a time. And like I said, we played 2 tough teams this week, hung with them, scared them. People are going to recognize it, but you got to have results, Rick. And I told them we got 2 months to prove to people, and that last ranking is what matters. You make a run for this conference, there's no reason why we can't be in the top 3, top 4.
Well, you've been in this situation. Your record is similar to what you were in your first year, so it's not like you guys haven't done it before.
Right.
And you got 4 non-conference games to kind of work it out, which is good.
Yeah, we got to work it out. We play some athletic teams, which is going to be good for us. Play some athletic teams. Once again, our girls, they have good heads. We have good energy. We believe that, you know, we're going to believe in our game plans. January we start developing or start playing consistent. We'll see, because we open up with 2 road games, and that'll be a test. And so that'll be big for us.
Thanks for the time, buddy.
All right. Enjoy the second game.
Thanks, pal. That's Jody Martinez. We're going to shut this thing down here. We're going to get everything set up for the men's game. Women lose to number 9 Marian. The guys take on number 24 Marian, and that's next. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes or so.